Hello and welcome to another ration review. Today we are reviewing the Swedish ration from 24-hour meals. It is a 4-course ration of menu number 6. As I've told you before, if you remember, if you watched my review of menu 7 or 17 as it was called, these rations come in either freeze-dried mains or retort pouch mains. So the breakfast is always freeze-dried and the main courses are either freeze-dried or retort pouch depending on what type of ration it is. So there's a menu 6 with retort mains and there's a menu 6 with freeze-dried mains. This is menu 6 with freeze-dried mains. Breakfast consists of rice pudding with strawberries. Lunch is pasta with cheese and broccoli. Dinner is rice with asparagus and chicken. The evening meal is a meal bar, apple and cinnamon flavor. This ration weighs in at 1.12 kilos, which is significantly lighter than 4-course rations with retort pouch mains, of course. This ration has 4,751 kilocalories, which is far more than I need, so I'm gonna have to spread this out over a few days. Production date, November 23rd last year. So let's crack this open and see what we find inside. And the Ziploc. Here we have it. Let's see what we got. I should add that this is what I think is Generation 7. The Generation 6s, they had also an evening meal for the 4-course rations, but that evening meal consisted of some soy bread or something, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they replaced the evening snack with a meal bar instead of this soy bread. So let's start with the breakfast. This is a rice pudding with strawberries, freeze-dried. Then we have the lunch, which is pasta with cheese and broccoli. Then we have the dinner, which is rice with asparagus and chicken. Then this evening snack that I talked about, a meal bar, which is apple and cinnamon flavor. We have an orange flavored cake. We've got peanuts with barbecue flavor. We have a pack of whole grain biscuits. We've got some beef jerky. I've never had beef jerky before. This one is chili beef. We have an isotonic drinking powder orange flavor, an isotonic drinking powder apple flavor, a cocoa flavored beverage powder, some peanut butter, a 24-hour meals energy bar, blueberry flavor. We've got an Oreo cereal bar cranberry flavor. We have an Oreo cereal bar caramel flavor. We've got 2 nut cream. We've got 2 chocolate bars. 3 bags of instant coffee. 2 hard candies, lemon flavor I guess. We have 4 disinfection swabs. And finally we have 3 packs of chewing gum. They are spearmint, peppermint and sweet menthol. Now I just gotta decide what to eat in each meal. Alright, finally I decided what to have for dinner. Now it's time to get the tray out and take a closer look at these components. There we go. Alright, first the flag. So let's start with the entree. This is rice with asparagus and chicken from the Swedish brand of Blåband. This is a freeze-dried entree and I need to add 4 deciliters, which is 400 milliliters of boiling water. So the water is done and I need to open this now. Just a quick view of the back side here. You can see the nutritional information and stuff. These should be able to stand on their own. And we've got a tear notch here. Let's see. That didn't work, did it? Scissor time again. Always the scissors. That's good. Oh wow, that smells of asparagus. It says to add 4 deciliters of boiling water or to the H line. And I'll add, that's up to the H line, and we've still got, that was only 2 deciliters. Now I've added 3 deciliters and it's way above the H line. this up to the J line now. Maybe it helps to mix this around a bit. It really dropped now. So I'll add 1 more deciliter. That should be about right. So let's dig around in here for a while and make sure that everything gets mixed. I'll seal this. Don't get this powder in the Ziploc or it won't work. So we'll leave that for 10 minutes. And while we're waiting for it, let's mix the beverage here. So we'll use the Orifo isotonic drinking powder apple flavor, made in Germany. This should be mixed with 500 ml of water, which I got here. By the way, this is just a regular kitchen tablespoon. So let's mix this apple flavor. Just a white powder. Ooh, smells of, yeah, apple. That's a really interesting color. It looks exactly like the inside of an apple, the actual fruit color. I gotta taste this now. Apple drink. This was nice. And this tastes surprisingly natural. Very refreshing, moderately sweet, though I know the main ingredient in this is sugar. It's an isotonic, so it has a little bit of weird flavor, but mostly it just tastes of apple juice, really. Really nice. I'd say this is even better than the concentrated apple juices you can buy. This tastes like freshly squeezed apples. What else do we have? We have an orange flavored cake. Wheat flour, sugar, fat, blah 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 blah. Flavoring 0.1%. This is manufactured in Spain. 85 grams. Smells nice. Orange cake. Let's see what it looks like inside. Yeah, kind of a pound cake style cake. Pound cake style cake? You know, let's give that a bite. This was pretty good. Really nice flavor. I guess those 0.1% of flavoring were enough. It's not too intense in orange flavor, but you can definitely taste that there is some orange in there. I can't really feel any funny flavors like preservatives or things like that. You do get very thirsty when you're chewing this, but it's not really that dry. It's a little bit dry maybe in the middle. Nice pound cake with orange flavor basically. I like it. Next up we have a cereal bar. So this is an Orifo cereal bar. 50 grams. Again with the mystery produced in EU. And here's the fine print. Oops. Let's check it out. So this is kind of sticky, obviously raisins in there. It smells of caramel. It looks like Rice Crisps with raisins and a lot of sugar, I guess, caramelized sugar. And you can see these Rice Crisps in there. Let's give this a taste right now. Very nice. Kind of very sweet, not overly sweet, but I'd say very sweet. You don't really taste the raisins that much. You can feel that they're in there, but it mostly tastes of oat and caramel and sugar, and this was really nice. Very soft. I mean, just, you see, and it's very sticky, and that's just sugar. Next up we have a chocolate bar from Orifo, 25 grams, and it's made for Orifo somewhere. 43% cocoa at least. Not this boring cheap milk chocolate. Not too tough. Let's give that a bite. And I mean, as you'd expect from a chocolate that was probably produced just less than half a year ago, there's absolutely no blooming on this. It's moderately bitter chocolate and very nice. I have this coffee here that I'm going to have after the main entree. And with this, I'm going to have this nut cream, sugar, hazelnut, and peanuts and cocoa. So I'm gonna have that with the coffee, I guess with the chocolate as well. And this hard candy, I'll have that as well. And then in the end, I'm gonna have this chewing gum. But now the main entree has been sitting in this hot water for, I don't know, well over 10 minutes, maybe 15 even. So I think this should be done. Let's see what it looks like. Well, basically the same. Mix it around a bit more. It's a bit more of a, almost like a porridge now. Maybe it shouldn't really be that wet. I could have used a little bit less water, I think. But I think it's reconstituted enough, and I'm gonna pour this out on the tray. That's a lot of food. And as usual with the Swedish rations, you don't get any regular napkins or tissues or something. So you're gonna need some regular household paper or whatever. Also, there's no heating kit included, no fuel tablets, no heater or anything, and no cutlery or, you know, knife and spoon. Or what do you think? Does it look the same? Not quite. Definite lack of large chicken pieces. Not really anything to pick out here, so I'm just gonna grab a spoon and here's a little close-up. Basically it looks like some kind of rice porridge with asparagus and the occasional piece of chicken there. It smells like rice and it smells more of leek than asparagus, but of course leek is more intense in flavor and aroma, so you don't really feel the asparagus that much. So it doesn't say leek, but I'm sure there is leek in this. Or maybe all this green might be asparagus, I don't know. It just smells like leek, not onion. So let's give this a taste finally. That's really good. Kind of chewy, I guess. I don't think 10 minutes would have been enough. 15 minutes minimum, I think. There are still some pieces that are a bit chewy in here. Maybe that's the chicken. This is nice. The flavor is, it's got a very like full and smooth flavor. You can taste the asparagus in there. It's not very intense, but it's definitely there. And you can taste the onion or leek or whatever it is, because there is something that gives it a bit of onion sting. Yeah, it's not really a whole lot more in it. The cream they added makes it very smooth and full, like a full body flavor. Perfectly salted. You might want to add a little bit of pepper to this if you have some. I'm just going to enjoy this now, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Just for the record, the serving portion is 540 grams. It's all gone. It was that good. So, coffee time. Here is the Colombian instant coffee. Snabb kaffe. In you go. I think I've had enough sugar for today actually. I'm not gonna eat this nut cream today. I have another one that I will be having with lunch. Same with this one. I'll just enjoy the chocolate together with the coffee. I think that's enough. So let's give this coffee a taste. Good instant coffee. And I was really dying for some coffee. So of course that makes it even better, but it's still good coffee. Well, just to give this a summary. The cereal bar caramel. These are delicious. Sticky, sweet, not too sweet, but clearly a lot of sugar in it. You could taste the oat flakes and some of the raisins and the caramel. I like this a lot. The orange flavor cake, it made you very thirsty, almost as if when you're eating peanut butter. This was really good. Didn't taste like preservatives much. There is preservative E202 in it. I'm not sure which one that is. It didn't make it taste like the wheat snack bread in the MREs, for instance. This one, it was just fine. It was like a pound cake with orange flavor and very sweet. I like this a lot as well. And what's not to like about this main dish? Occasionally you could feel some chicken pieces when you were eating this. The whole combination of the rice in the creamy sauce and the asparagus and I guess all that green stuff was asparagus, not leeks. Still, it tastes a bit like leeks, just to give you an idea about what kind of flavor that was. It was perfectly seasoned. Maybe it could use a touch of black pepper on this. Highly recommended. This chocolate, nothing to complain about, but you know, it's not really a miracle of any kind. Moderately bitter and perfectly fine. No blooming because it's so fresh anyway. So now I'm gonna have this gum Actually, I'm just gonna have one of them. So here's one of, I should have said it was the spearmint gum. These are the same as in the UK ORPs, and I think they're in some of the other rations from the Scandinavian or Nordic countries as well. Yeah, oh, I almost forgot this apple beverage. This was really nice. It didn't taste like these dark yellow apple concentrate juices that you can buy. This resembled freshly squeezed apples more, so I'd actually prefer this flavor-wise to a store-bought apple juice made from concentrate. However, it's got a lot of sugar in it, and I'm sure that contributes a lot to the good flavor. But it was really good. Well, that was it for this meal, so I'll see you when it's time for the next one. Good morning and welcome to breakfast. Let's get the tray out and see what we've got. There, okay. So the first thing we're gonna prepare is this rice pudding with strawberries. Now, I would translate this as rice porridge, but I'm not sure if it's any actual difference. Mostly rice, 68%, palm fat, cream powder, strawberries, 6%, and then some other stuff. This should be mixed with 3 deciliters, which is 300 milliliters of boiling water. And then I need to wait for 10 minutes. So let's get that boiling water. This breakfast will be 445 grams when it's done and contains 650 calories. So let's prepare the bag by opening these little flaps or whatever you call them. Let's see if we can tear it open. No, it never works. Come on out. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's a really nice strawberry smell. So what looks like little, wait, let me show you. Looks like little rice pellets. I've got 3 deciliters of recently boiled water here. So I'll just add that. Kind of watery. I'm really hoping that wasn't too much. Okay, well, we'll see. This should be left standing for 10 minutes. Other things for breakfast will be these whole grain biscuits. Grov Kicks. And the English ingredients are listed on the side here. Well, partially at least. It seems to be made in Denmark. 47 grams. Yeah, and it's these kind of very wholesome smelling whole grain biscuits. With this we're gonna try to use some peanut butter produced in the Netherlands for Orifo Denmark. A bit hard to see maybe, low contrast. And again, there was a tear notch, you saw it, maybe you didn't, but there was one here, and I tore it, and no, because I can see that this has been heat sealed below the tear notch. So why is there a tear notch then if it doesn't serve any purpose? Well, I'm supposed to tear it all the way across, I get it, and then it'll open in the other end, but it didn't go that far, so again I have to resort to using trusty scissors. So here we go, peanut butter. Oh, that's very soft, it's a bit warm in here. Let me try some. I don't have any drink at the moment. Well, I'll try some anyway. I know I'm gonna need some water, so I might as well go get that. There. Okay, where were we? Yeah, biscuits and peanut butter. Well, actually I should taste these first, sorry. These are the whole grain biscuits, and so this will be wholesome and dry, I guess. Yep, it's got a nice full grain flavor and doesn't taste just of over processed wheat flour. Let's see what it's like with some peanut butter. I'm just gonna add a little bit because I get really... It's never just a little bit, right? Whole grain biscuit with peanut butter. I'm not really a big fan of peanut butter. I like the flavor, but it makes me so thirsty, and I put it on a dry biscuit and it makes me even more thirsty. Again, the flavor is good, but it's unpractical. We've also got this 24-hour meals energy bar, blueberry. The best before says September 29th, 2019, traces of milk. I'm not sure if that's part of the best before, but at least that's what it says, in case anybody's wondering. Traces of milk for you allergic people out there. And some weird nutritional information, made in Sweden. 55 grams, 203 calories. So what we have here is basically oatmeal, syrup, bran, dark chocolate, pure mixture. I'm sure that's some formula they have. Let's see what it is. Chocolate looking bar. Smells like cocoa, but with very little sugar. A bit sticky, a bit tough. This is not crispy at all. This is very, not quite like the first strike bars, but let's give it a taste. This is supposed to be blueberry. I can't say I could taste a whole lot of blueberries in this one. It has a bit of a weird combination of cocoa that isn't sweetened, chocolatey but not sweet, with oats. There's something else in there I can't really put my finger on, but it's okay. It doesn't taste of blueberry at all. Mostly oat and some chocolate stuff. Now I think this one should be ready. I hope. It's been well over 10 minutes, maybe 15. That looks very different now. Of course, all the water sinks to the bottom. Seems to have reconstituted fairly well. Basically looks like sticky rice. That's pink, with a nice smell of strawberry. There's not a lot of sugar in this. 68% rice, palm fat, cream powder, 6% strawberries, and then it says sugar. 12 out of 445 grams. That's not very much, so I don't think this will be very sweet. For sure, I mean the rice will contain carbohydrates, but not in sugar form. So we'll see what this tastes like. It's like a rice porridge, not very sweet. It has a very light flavor of strawberries. I wouldn't say that this tastes of, oh, it's got an amazing taste of strawberries. No, it doesn't. It tastes like rice porridge with a little bit of strawberries and not very sweet. I'm sure this would taste better if they added more strawberries and more sugar. The combination now is probably more wholesome because it's more rice and less sugar. It's a breakfast and it's meant to be wholesome, not taste like candy that it sometimes does. I'm gonna finish the rest of this, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna put some water to boil for the coffee, and I'll be right back. Oh, I think this is actually too much for me to have as a breakfast. I usually eat a small bowl of muesli. Let's mix the coffee. This Colombian freeze-dried instant coffee. There, so let's leave that to cool down for a bit. This rice porridge, it just lands as a big mass in your stomach and it fills you up very quickly. It does look like minced meat made from pork. I realize when I look at it, but it's not. I promise you it's rice. If you're eating something that tastes very good, it'll keep you going and you'll eat more. I'm not gonna eat more from this once I'm full up because it doesn't really taste that good. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't, you know, it's not that, this is so good, I want to have more. Same goes with this bread or these biscuits. I really shouldn't have opened them. Peanut butter for breakfast, that's not really my thing. And the biscuits are very dry. They're probably really good. And eating these during the day, every now and then when you feel like having a little biscuit, that's probably way better than what I'm trying to do now. This energy bar though, while it does have a weird smell and a bit of a weird flavor, not a lot of blueberries as it's supposed to have, and it's not overly sweet. Even if you're full up, I'd rather go to this one and eat the rest than eat that. What I'm gonna do is have some of this coffee right now. And seeing as I'm a coffee drinker and basically addicted to caffeine, I guess first cup of the day is very good. For an instant coffee, this is nice. Doesn't have a lot of burnt overtones and quite smooth. So I'll enjoy the coffee now and the energy bar, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. Oh wow. I couldn't possibly eat another bite of anything. I don't like wasting food, but I guess I got a little too Too ambitious. Time for the chewing gum. So this is a V6 sweet menthol, sugar-free with sweeteners and fluoride. 2 little pieces here. Yeah, that was soft and felt like fresh chewing gum. Had a very fresh menthol flavor, so you get a fresh taste in your mouth after all this. I'm just gonna have this disinfection swab. Maybe I should have used this before, but can use it afterwards as well. Contains ethanol. I'm gonna have to set one of these on fire one day. I'm really curious to see how well they burn. Oops. It's got a very strong ethanol alcohol odor. I mean stench, really. It really stinks. Whatever bacteria you had on your hands or your fingers, I can almost guarantee you they're all dead after this. Nothing on this earth could have lived. Clean and fresh. That's it for breakfast. I'll see you when it's time for the next meal. Okay, welcome back to the second dinner of this ration. Or, well, the bag claims this is lunch, but I decide it's dinner. Okay, let's start with the main entree because that'll need some time to heat up. We're having pasta with cheese and broccoli, and this is freeze-dried again, so it needs water added, namely 4.5 deciliters. Now this will turn into a 600 gram portion of 650 calories. It contains mainly pasta, 50%, vegetables, broccoli, red pepper, carrot, parsnip, onion. So yeah. So I will, oops. Let's see if we get lucky with the tier notch this time. Looks like it. Yeah. Here we have it. 4.5 deciliters. Just pour that in there. It should turn into a carbonara sauce. Now we close this up and we'll set that aside for 10 minutes. So while we're waiting for that, we can start mixing this, for instance. We got an RFO isotonic drinking powder, orange flavor. Some nutritional info, made in Germany. And this should be mixed with 500 milliliters of cold water. Got that here. We open this. Gonna have to give that a taste right now, so we'll pour it up. See what this orange drink is like. Cheers. Like somewhere halfway between an energy drink and an orange juice that you dilute with water a bit too much. Tastes good, actually. It tastes more actual orange than I expected. Nice. What else do we have here today? We've got this Orifo cereal bar cranberry. A 50 gram bar. Some nutritional info. 204 calories on this. It contains mostly oat flakes and glucose syrup and rice crisps. All good stuff. Made in EU for Orifo Denmark. Here we have it. Yeah, smells like oat and syrup and cranberries. Very soft and sticky. You can clearly see all the rice crisps in there and all the cranberries. I guess there are raisins here as well. So yeah, the ingredients list raisins first, then sugar, then cranberries. Very sweet. Of course, lots of sugar and syrup, and the berries are sweet. Still soft but crispy. Sweet, but I like it. Nice. Additionally, we've got these. Kruger biltong marinated prime lean beef, air dried and sliced. These are supposed to be chili. Let's see if we have something interesting here. No, nothing special. is just beef. A little bit of soy protein apparently. Kruger Limited Milton Keynes. I'm guessing this is in the UK. Let's open it. Smells nice. There's an oxygen scavenger here we're gonna get rid of. The closest thing I can think of when I look at this is Parma ham, like Italian Parma ham that has been dried for too long. It smells just like nice barbecue spices and dried beef, really. So let's try the first piece now. Interesting, yeah. It tastes like any sliced meat you could have on a sandwich, but dry, tougher, and spicier. Really nice. These pieces could have been a bit bigger, I guess. It just looks like it's been run through a paper shredder. Now we also have this chocolate bar. It's the same one I had before. No big surprises. Again, absolutely no blooming, but this is very fresh, this ration, so I didn't expect any. And we've got this nut cream. I'm gonna have this today. Like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. 18 grams. This is made in Sweden. Mostly sugar, contains hazelnuts, peanuts and cocoa. So it's kind of a Nutella thing, but it has a bit lighter brown color, not as dark as Nutella. And this tastes more of hazelnuts and peanuts. Not as intense in flavor, but more to the peanut butter and hazelnut flavor direction. So I like them. Finally, we've got this little hard candy, and well, I'm not gonna taste it now, I'll just save it for later. And this chewing gum, I'll take that afterwards as well. I'll mix the coffee soon, but I'm gonna get the main entree out first, because I think that should be good to go now. Here we go. Well, that does look nice. So let's pour this out, this 600 gram monster portion. Oh yeah. Before I put this down, I just want to check the ingredients again. Let's see, we got broccoli, red pepper, carrot, parsnip, onion. Broccoli, definitely. See the typical little broccoli pieces here. Red pepper, that's about it for the colorful stuff. I better get started then. So here we've got 1 spoon of pasta with cheese and broccoli. Let's give that a taste. And that was absolutely delicious. Super creamy, really nice and full flavor. Some crunchy bits from the vegetables. The pasta, well, very thin and very soft, but that's perfectly fine. It tastes a bit of pepper. You can feel that there's pepper in it. This the red pepper. There's actually a bit of crunch in here from the vegetables, which is really nice. Good seasoning, doesn't need salt. If you're really dying to make this inedible, you can probably add a lot of hot stuff to this, but in my opinion it doesn't need it. It's perfectly seasoned, and I'm gonna eat this just the way it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get busy with this. I'll see you soon. Oh dear. Well, this was really good. I've still got this, and I'm still waiting for the coffee, so I'm gonna have this one now. Here we have it, little yellow UFO piece. Here we go. And this hard candy is like orange, lemon, something citrus fruit. And comparing to the isotonic orange beverage, the beverage actually tastes more like natural orange flavor. I have some water for the coffee, and we'll use this bag of Colombian instant coffee. So let's see if the coffee cooled down enough. That's so good. I mean, yeah, I told you before, I still have this. This chocolate bar. It's coffee with chocolate, and it's nice. Oh, one thing about the biltong. When I said that this is probably English or British, whatever. So yeah, there it says, made in the UK using beef from the EU. So there you have it. All I have now is the white peppermint V6 chewing gum. And they go. So that gives you a very fresh mental taste after all this. All of this was amazing. First, this pasta with cheese and broccoli, fantastic. Creamy, full in flavor, crispy bits of broccoli, nice little spicy pieces of red pepper, lots of pasta, nice creamy sauce, excellent. This biltong, never had it before. I'm not sure if this counts as beef jerky. It doesn't say beef jerky anyway. I realized after a while that what I was missing with this was beer. Beer with this would have been fantastic. The cereal bar cranberry. Oats, syrup, cranberries, sweet and nice crispy bits of rice inside it. Very nice. The isotonic drinking powder here. It tasted like somewhere between an isotonic drink and orange juice made from concentrate that was diluted too much in water. Very nice, sort of natural tasting. Definitely very pleasant to drink. And again, the Colombian instant coffee. I like this. Smooth, barely any burnt flavor. Very nice. And the chocolate, well, it's chocolate, 43% cocoa, good quality, I like it. But that's it for this meal. Now I only have the evening meal left, so I'll see you when it's time for that. Hello and welcome to the last part of this ration. This will be just 3 little items for the evening meal, so let's get started. Okay, so this will be just a short little meal. The main entree is this meal bar. All of the Swedish 4-course rations seem to have this 24-hour meal bar as the evening meal. This one being apple and cinnamon flavor, a 60-gram bar that contains 200 calories. It's actually not a lot of sugar in this one. Meal bars and these energy bars in usual tend to be pretty high in sugar content. It's more of a meal than just an energy bar. And here you see the ingredients, mostly apple pieces and apple puree, but there's no sugar added, like just sugar. There is sugar in this yogurt coating, but otherwise I don't think there's any sugar added. So let's see what it looks like. Sorry about the cat hair, I've got cats. And this has a lovely apple smell to it. Actually, it's like smelling apple pie. Really nice apple smell. And this is what it looks like inside. Probably apple pieces in there. There you see it, maybe a little bit more clearly. To show you the consistency, it's quite tough, but not sticky. This surface is dry. Let's give it a taste. This tastes like, the easiest description is, it tastes like apple pie. Not this warm, fruity flavor, but in general, it tastes like apple pie. There are some hard pieces in here. I'm not sure exactly what they are. It's not very sweet, obviously, because there was no added sugar except for in the yogurt coating. It tastes like a meal bar and not like an energy bar because of the lack of sugar. And I should actually mix this cocoa-flavored beverage powder. This is from Orifo, obviously. Again, made in Germany. It should be mixed with 200 milliliters of hot water. And here are the 200 mils of hot water. Let's open this and pour it in. So that's all stirred and nice. I'll just leave it here. Actually, there's only one more thing. And that's these peanuts. Well, you can't see it, I guess. Barbecue. As usual, these are made in Thailand and imported by Orifo. It's a 45-gram pack. And yeah, it's really difficult to see because of the vacuum and all the glare from the lights. So it's not really easy to get a good picture of this. So let's open this. Was a bit of a hiss there. Before I do this, I might get thirsty and I don't want to wash down the peanuts with the hot chocolate. So just some tap water. Now let's taste some of these. Let's taste them. Tastes like these, bar snack peanuts. Salty, a bit of a kick in the aftertaste. Not really super spicy, but just enough to make them a bit more interesting than just plain old boring salted peanuts. So let's taste this chocolate finally. It's okay, but definitely I should finish these peanuts with the water before I drink the chocolate, because This is not a very good combination. Barbecue seasoned peanuts and hot chocolate. Well, I'm done with the peanuts now. And of course I had to drink some water because you get very thirsty from this. Okay, so now again, let's try the chocolate once more. Okay, let's taste this now. That is good. Yeah, you could put a bit more water into this. I guess that's it. So yeah, the peanuts were good, salty with a chili kick in the aftertaste. The cocoa was really nice, slightly bitter, so if you like dark cocoa, then this one is definitely for you. And this meal bar that tastes just like apple pie basically, but with less sugar. So I guess that concludes the entire Swedish ration of freeze-dried entrees, menu number 6, 4 courses. Oh, and here we go. Nice flame. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again when it's time for the next review. Bye bye!